What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the MTG-B4000B-1A2. But this one's pretty interesting. This was actually artificially, intelligently generated. Let's check it out. Let's go. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a great little review of this watch here. This is the MTG-B4000B-1A2. And for those who don't really care about the model number, let's get more into the facts of this watch and how they actually came about producing it. This is actually a cool first ever artificially intelligence co-created G-Shock watch. But let's just open it up so I can show you guys what's going on. Here's the MTG box. It's here, nothing crazy. It's a standard MTG box with the nice little padded trunk case and materials and manuals and stuff on the side here. But this is what we actually want to look at with this watch, the MTG-B4000 AI co-created G-Shock watch. Now, why is it called co-created and why is it artificially intelligently created? So let's look at the tag here. This is the model number for reference. For those who are interested, at the end of the video, you may want to buy it. This is the model number here. MTG-B4000B-1A2. B stands for Bluetooth. 4000 is the fourth generation of this MTG. B1A2. 1 is the colorway for black and 2 is the colorway for blue. So it's black and blue. And I'll talk about that momentarily as well. The module or the inner component, the computer inside this watch is a 5743 module. So if you see other MTG watches out there with the same module number 5743, it means they do exactly the same thing, just cosmetically they're different. So this one retails for $1,350. There's a second color variation that was also released. It's a black colorway with the brushed metal bezel. This one has a blue bezel, and I'll talk about that momentarily, and I'll explain why this one is $100 more than the $1,250 variation that I mentioned just right now. So back to the watch. In terms of, one more thing. This watch was just released this July 2025, which is pretty cool. Just fresh, out of the box. I've never seen it personally. I saw pictures of it. I analyzed it. I looked up reviews and stuff like that so I could get my, and then kind of develop my own opinion of the watch so I could share with you guys here so that you guys could formulate your own opinion and then decide if you want to buy it or not and then go from there. So there's interesting about this watch. It reminds me so much of the old MTG. I'll put the model number on the screen if I can find it. It's an old model of the MTG, very old model released in Japan. And this one does not kind of reflect the recent MTG releases that were released. This one looks a little bit different. And I think that's intentional because it was developed with artificial intelligence. So how did they do this? So the watch was co-created using AI, right? Engineers entered parameters, designs, previous, data into their system. And then they told them what the vision of the watch should look like, just like you do with any artificially created images with like ChatGPT, Grok, etc., right? I'm sure you guys have used that. And then that generated an image that they enter into their CAT system and then produce this here watch, which is interesting, right? Like the fact that they actually did that was actually pretty cool because the whole movement of artificial intelligence and then how they actually use that to create a watch. Now, how popular this will be is yet to tell. And then I'll give my opinion at the end. I like it. I like the blue colorway. I like the design. I like what they formulated here. And there's a lot of little details that you don't see in pictures that this watch actually shows. And I'll show you guys here shortly what I'm talking about. So they had to generate many renderings before they actually came out with the final product. And this is what they came up with here. This is what they were happy with. I think that they did an okay job. I think it looks good. It does reflect the MTG line. especially older ones. It does not remind me, if I were to see this watch without the MTG logo and without the G-Shock logo, I don't think I'd say that's immediately from one look that it's a G-Shock watch and that it's an MTG watch. There's something about MTG line that when you look at it, you immediately know that it's an MTG watch. This one here, the rendering must have been different, and it doesn't give immediately that MTG kind of look that I'm so used to. Now this here I love, and this is one of the reasons that I know that it's a Casio, because this is common in other models, and I think it's great. Now this part here is different, right? I like how this looks on the side view of this watch. This is very pleasing, very aesthetically pleasing. The way that this mold connects to the bezel, it gives a beautiful, very nice structure, architecture on this particular watch. Very gorgeous. Now this is cool. They used this before. You can see this is a one whole piece and actually connects, and I'll show you guys a picture of how they rendered this, of how it connects to the actual band, and then the actual components fall into place on top of that. All right, the bottom part, the bezel, or I'm sorry, the case back right here, the screw, this here plated back, it's pretty cool because it matches the color of the actual bezel. You can see that blue ion plated there. Right? You can see that blue iron plated. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. That's why I think the 1350 is worth it. I would pay that extra for the blue iron plated versus the brushed metal. I just think it looks really nice. The blue colorway is gorgeous. Now this is somehow not, it's molded by some kind of infusion to create this backplate there. So it's not your standard metal that's stamped or anything like that. It's actually infused into some kind of mold that creates this actual metal backplate. All right. So then the resin itself, not sure how I feel about that. I think it was a cost-effective measure that they used to incorporate the resin here. They could have gone with a metal bracelet, but I don't know. I think it does a good job. It plays well with the color factors. It's not all heavy. I think it weighs like 112 grams, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put the correct one on the screen if I'm wrong. It has that carbon design here. You can see that. Let me zoom in. It's got carbon parts on the frame, on the top of the frame, which actually makes it lightweight and also strong. I think it's pretty good. It looks good. All right, the resin, again, looks different from other models. You have this little texture here and a texture on the bottom part, I believe. Maybe just there. I thought I saw it somewhere else, but no. So yeah, it's textured here, which is, I don't know, that's just a cosmetic. I don't see a actual purpose for that, but it's nice nevertheless. It looks clean. Normally they have texture throughout the band that gives you a little more, I don't know, I don't want to say the word texture again, but to repeat myself, but texture throughout the band that gives you a little zazz, right? The ion plating blue bezel or band keeper is right there. You can see that as well, matches the bezel. And the same with the buckle there. The buckle also has that blue ion plated colorway on the metal buckle there for the band. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on. You got the carbon fiber on the watch, right? You also have a sapphire crystal, which is high end. You're looking at the higher end materials on the particular watch. So you have sapphire crystal, you have carbon fiber, you have anti-glare, anti-reflective coating on the glass of the sapphire crystal. So that's, again, high end touches to this watch. Blue grayon plated bezel. So this is a blue bezel I was talking about there. It's gorgeous. It's just beautiful, especially when you look at it in person. It looks very stunning. You have a combination of brushed metal and then also polished on the side there. So you can see that it's good. You have that. I like that. I think it's a good touch. It gives you a good, nice little contrast between the bezel and the rest of the watch. So it looks pretty good. You have that there as well. Right, follows the circle around the bezel. Right, you can see that there. Brush versus polish. Look very nice. Nice little touch. The buttons are different too. You can see it's got like a coffin. I just came up with that. I don't know if this is intentional, but it's got like a coffin design on the buttons on the side of the watch, right? Which I think looks pretty good. Which is pretty neat, pretty interesting. There's 3 physical buttons there. You can see that one here. You have one here. This is the mode, I believe. Yeah, mode button. Then you have the light button. And then you have the receiving button, which is for the multiband 6 function of this watch. All right. You have a crown here as well that locks in place. You unscrew it using counterclockwise motion to unlock it. And then you could connect and adjust the watch as you see necessary. Push it back in and then lock it in place. Pushing it in and turning it clockwise locks the crown in place, which is highly suggested when you actually use the watch normal functions, and then also to prevent water from entering the case. Okay. Also, this watch does have multiband 6. I'm not sure if I mentioned this. So it has multiband 6 solar power, so which is one of the things that I kind of look forward to watches. The multiband 6 is one of the things people kind of debate back and forth if it's necessary. The solar power is one of the things I kind of like. The multiband 6, not so much. People like it, some people don't. Nice little touch. I say have it, you know what I mean? If you don't need it, don't use it, doesn't matter. Multiband 6 Bluetooth technology is also incorporated into this watch. You can connect your watch to the connect the watch to your phone and update the settings directly through the app. Right? Tough movement, sapphire crystal, Bluetooth logo right there. Confirms that it does have Bluetooth technology. So you can adjust all the settings through the app, which is very easy to do. All right. Now, in terms of the display, let's talk about that. Here we have the gray, kind of a gray or black, dark gray dial. Beautiful, clear, right? Markers, hour markers there. You have a 24-hour micro window there. You have the high, medium, low right there, indication of the solar charge. All right. We have the day of the week on the window as well. Pointed there. Alarm, timer, stopwatch functions, modes visible on that side of the screen. And then you have additional settings there on the bottom left. All right, you have a secondary window there for world time. You have your date window right there between the 10 and 11 o'clock. I'm sorry, the 4 and 5 o'clock position. Right there. You also have a function for receive. That's for your multiband 6. And C for connect when you connect it to your Bluetooth technology on your app. On and off is displayed on the screen as well for some functions, including your alarm. So if the alarm is on or off, you could select that between the window there when you're operating that function. Okay. Around the dial, around the bezel, you have multiple world times. So you actually can point those to select the world time you want to use. Let me see if I could do that here without looking at the manual. There you go. See that this is the world time changing there based on the different options that I select. All right, but refer to the manual and your Bluetooth trusty app to actually operate the watch a little better than I can explain it here on this quick review of the watch. Like I said earlier, two different color variations, and I could put a picture of the secondary variation on the screen. All right. Now, that's the watch itself, and is much of the functions available. Let me go through the modes here. You see stopwatch, timer, alarm function, and then you're back to your home time. As soon as you hit the home time, it points to the charge level and then swings over to show you the day of the week. All right. Now go back to stopwatch. Let me see if I could operate this watch on the stopwatch. See the window here swung to the 12 o'clock position. be there. There we go. So now the stopwatch is running. Pause it, reset, like so. All right. Timer, same concept, currently set. Now let's bring it backwards and your timer is on its way. Pause it, reset. Switch back to home time. Right there. One thing I'm noticing by operating the watch, this is my first time operating the watch, this thing here, whatever it is kind of obstructing the, you can see that there, it obstructs the button. So it could be good so it doesn't get pressed accidentally by something else, but it also makes it a little harder for me to press it. So I'm trying to press it and it's hard to actually dig into it, which is not terrible, just something that you want to factor in when we're deciding if you want to buy this watch or not. All right, let's look at the backlight of this watch. You see there, again, one of the high-end watches. So you do have that afterglow. You do have that the LED light, which does fade in and out when operating, which is pretty neat. I like it. You can actually also see the glow on the hour markers right there. It's very bright, very beautiful. Each one of the markers every hour has a glow, including the hour and minute hand. Very bright. I think they call it Neo Bright, if I'm not mistaken, on the website. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed that, but let's take a great look, a macro look at each of the details of this watch, which captures in more details the beauty of this particular AI watch. Let's go. All right, and there you guys have it, the MTG-B4000B-1A2, the AI co-created G-Shock watch. Tell me in the comments what you think. What do you like about it? What don't you like? And if this is something that you'd actually consider buying. If you're interested, I'll leave the price in the description of this video. It is for sale, and hit me up, contact me. I'll reach out to you as soon as possible for a discounted price of this watch, and hopefully you can get that to you as soon as possible. All right, guys, there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Until next time, this is Chicago. Holla at your boy. I'm out of here. Peace.
My G-Shock, I'm rocking 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 my G-Shock.